Well, it's that time again. Time for another side-by-side trip. On this trip, we decided to truck our machines out as far as Glenwood. Kevin and Dianne got a cabin out here, so come along and enjoy our week in Glenwood. Kevin come up with an idea of heading into the backcountry to check out the gold mine camps. I was never back there, so we're going to check that out here today. Come across this old hunting cabin next to a river. Beautiful spot. The water was extremely low this year, but it felt good on the feet. Found myself some fool's gold. It was time to head on and head deep into the country where the gold mine camp is. We spent many hours just trail riding. These day trips, they took us 4 or 5 hours. Some days longer than that. The alder bushes were thick this year. Some of the trails were closed right in. What's a trail ride without Kevin having to take out the chainsaw to clear a path? We saw a lot of wildlife on this trip. It's hard to see in this section of the video here. You can see a little black dot. What this black dot was a bear. I was trying to keep my distance from it. I didn't want to get too close, but it was running away from me. So I just maintained my distance and just waited till he went off into the woods. Finally made it back to the cabin to sit down and have Kevin cook us a dandy feed. Next morning we're up and on the go again. Kevin had a plan of just taking us in another direction. There are miles and miles and miles of trails in Glenwood. Bit of a traffic jam on the main road here. We had this fellow up in front of us. He was some slow. We would usually drive for a few hours and then we'd stop for a break, have a little snack, something like that. It'll give you some idea when you see the video of us stopped. This is usually after a few hours. But this is very strange. We were in the middle of nowhere and come across this old camper. This day was just driving, enjoying the scenery, stopping here and there. It was amazing scenery around Glenwood. And guess what? Kevin and Dianne cooked up another grand feed. Another day, another trip. This one was a little bit different. We decided we're going to do a bit of sightseeing, not by side-by-sides, but Kevin wanted to go down to Twillingate. This is a small community on the northeast coast of Newfoundland. One thing about the coast of Newfoundland, there are many little communities all along the way. It's always a beautiful scenery. Arriving at Twillingate Lighthouse, it was time to get out and explore. It was time to head on to our next adventure. Our next stop was Great Auk Winery. Interesting spot. Just look at the names of the different wines that they make. Some of the sayings and the signs and on the shirts were priceless. wanders on to do some more sightseeing and just enjoy the rest of the day. Making our way back to the cabin, we got stuck in that traffic jam again, and these moves for something else. Another day complete, time to just relax for the evening. Well, we were up, had a nice breakfast, and we're on trails again. This time we're heading up to Gander Lake. This trip was a good 2 hours to get to where we're going. As you can see, it was like a beach here, but what this was, the water was extremely low. Where we were parked, it was usually underwater. There was nobody around us for miles. What a peaceful spot. We just relaxed for the day and just took in all the scenery. Boys and their toys. And it was time for Kevin to work his magic. This is what you call a boil up here. That's boiled onions, potatoes, and salt fish. What a feed. Well, this wraps this one up. Another trip in the books. Want to send out a special thank you to Kevin and Dianne for all the hospitality. And until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side.